All right, if you've struggled with weak, tight adductors, which I have, this is the workout for you. And I've found that training my adductors has had a lot of crossover, not just into sport, but into things like improving my squat and definitely reducing knee pain. So you're gonna wanna pay attention. And the good news is we don't need a lot of equipment today. I've got a dowel just for a little bit of balance. We'll do some hip cars, and then we're gonna get into some loaded hip work. Make sure you've got a mat, something soft for the knees. I'm gonna use a couple blocks and some dumbbells, and that's it, not a lot of equipment. So let's start just by doing some controlled articular rotations, seeing what the hip can do right now beforehand. And we're gonna use the principle of radiation. So I'm gonna use a little bit of tension in the abdominals, tension throughout the whole body, just a little less tension in this hip so that it can move. And here we go, we're gonna abduct the leg away. I'm gonna use the hip to externally rotate toe to the ceiling. Now, bring the leg across, squeezing the inner thigh. When you get stuck, bend the knee, bring the heel to the opposite armpit. Heel comes under the knee. Everything faces forward, just send that out to the side. And then try not to drop the knee as we rotate the heel in line with the knee. Big squeeze, big circle, don't lean, let the knees meet. Then we go straight up and back. We open to the side. And then knee goes up and back as heel comes underneath, come across into triple flexion. Keep the knee there, rotate up and control on the way down. Let's do that one more time. Ready? Abduct, rotate, adduct, heel to opposite armpit, heel under knee. Keep it there as you send it out to the side. Squeeze right here. Roll the pocket forward. Now big squeeze, don't lean. Knees meet, straight up and back. Then we open to the side. And then the knee comes up and back as heel comes underneath. Bring it across, rotate up, and control down. We'll do that from the other side. Ready? Now, tension everywhere. This hip is the one that moves. So let's take that leg away. Then we squeeze to rotate the toe up. Squeeze the inner thigh as we come across. Then heel to opposite armpit, heel under knee. Open that to the side. Keep them stacked. Now we roll that pocket forward, squeeze, big circle all the way around, knees meet. Then we go straight up and back, open to the side. Knee goes up and back, heel comes underneath, come across. Keep that knee high, rotate up, and control on the way down. One more pass. Here we go. Abduct, rotate, squeeze, come across, heel to opposite armpit, heel under knee, open to the side, rotate that heel up in line with the knee, big circle, squeeze, try not to lean, knees meet, then we kick straight back, squeeze the glutes and the hamstrings, open to the side, and then knee goes up and back, heel comes underneath, keep the knee right there, rotate up, and control on the way down, beautiful. We can set that dowel aside, we're done with that. Good. Okay, let's come down to the floor. We will work a position called frog stretch. So I want some nice padding under the knees. And I want, if you're looking at me from the side, my knees and hips are gonna be in line. And I wanna rotate the toes to point out this way and wiggle yourself down into a position. I wanna tip my pelvis forward as though it's a bucket of water and I'm dumping it out front. Good, the ankles in line with the knees and nice and tall with the chest, and I dump the pelvis forward. So the stretch should be on the inner thighs, and we're gonna hold this position for 2 minutes. If the stretch starts to dissipate, just wiggle your way into a little bit of a deeper position, and we hold. And from here, we're just gonna work on our breathing and try and relax into the stretch, see if the body releases and gives us a little more space. So nice deep inhales. Nice long exhales. Good. Inhale into the upper chest, upper back. Long, gentle exhales. Good. Take a little more space if the stretch starts to dissipate. I can even gently rock back and forth to see if I can wiggle down a little deeper. Good. We're already past a minute. We got 1 more minute. Once the 2 minutes is up, we're going to do some regressive and progressive isometric loading. All that means is a fancy term for some contractions. So the first contraction, I'm going to try and shorten the stuff that's long. So think about pushing the knees down and in. So if I was on ice, think my knees would come together. Then I'm going to push the opposite. I'm going to squeeze out here to push the knees further apart. So we're going to get both sides of the joint. Okay, we got a couple more deep breaths before we start those. Long, gentle exhales through the mouth. Good. One more. Deep breath in. Long, gentle exhale. Hold a little bit of tension in your abdominals on this one, and let's start to push those knees down and in, just 10%. 20, 30, 40, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ramp down and push the knees apart. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, deep breath. We're going to do that again, this time a little harder. Ready? Start to push the knees down and in. Press 25, press 50, press 75, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push apart. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. We got one more. If you're safe and pain-free, let's go to maximum. Ready? And start to press. 25, 50, 75, press as hard as you can, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push apart, reach. 10 seconds, keep pushing, squeeze the outside of the glutes, try and get the knees to slide further apart. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold this position. From here, now, we're gonna try, without moving the torso or anything else, I'm just gonna try and squeeze the outside of the hip and try and raise my ankle up as high as I can and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down, opposite side, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good, again, side 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, opposite side, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, side 1, lift, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, side 2, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got one more. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite side, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Couple gentle rocks back and forth. And slowly come out of that position. Whew, hurts so good. Okay. Let's just do a little seated piriformis stretch here. So I'm going to have my left leg in contact with the ground. I'm going to bring my right leg over top. You can see my left knee peeking out. And then I'm going to take my left arm. The knee goes in the crook of the elbow. And then I'm going to rotate and square myself up. Try and get the inner thigh to press against the chest. And all that stuff that was bunched up on the outside of the hip, now we get nice little release and we hold and just breathe. Try and nice and tall with the spine. Again, try and bring the torso towards the inside of the thigh and hold and relax. I'm thinking about reaching my right butt cheek down towards the ground, create some distance between the knee and the back pocket. Good. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so maybe I'll go from this angle so you can see. Right knee down, I place the left leg over top. The left knee goes in the crook of the right elbow. I pull myself nice and tall, and now I'm reaching this butt cheek towards the ground as I rotate and try and get my torso square against the inside of the thigh. Good. Couple deep breaths, relax into the position. With each exhale, I think about feeling that tissue lengthen as I release that bottom hip. Beautiful. Slowly coming out of that position. All right, we're gonna go 2 positions. We're gonna go weighted, loaded butterfly position, and we're gonna go open butterfly position on the ground to really open up those hips. So for that, first, I'm gonna bring this mat to the back of the room against the wall, okay? The surface that you're on matters. If you're on a very slippery surface, you may wanna use a mat, and I'm actually gonna I've got shoes on so they grip a little bit, because what I don't want is for my feet to slide away here. Be careful with the amount of weight that you use with the dumbbells at the start of this position, okay? Make sure that you assess your capacity and you stay safe always. But the progressions would be to pull the heels in closer to the ground, closer to your pelvis. And now, so this is something I've had to, for full transparency, work on for quite some time just to open up. That's how tight I was. And now this is, quite a bit that I've managed to be able to make progress on this. So it's possible, right? I've got the dumbbells on the knees, and I'm just relaxing and allowing it to pull me down into this position. We'll see, this is round 1. I'm hoping round 2 I can get even deeper into this position. So we're just gonna hang out here for a few seconds and just let things open up. Good, I've got my feet together, heels together. The feet are kind of opening up and splayed. And if you're able to, if you've got the mobility for it and your knees right to the ground, a couple things. One is there's still value in the contractions we're gonna do, or you can set yourself up where you're seated on one of the foam blocks and you place your feet on one of the foam blocks, and then you're in an overstretched position. But from here, what we're gonna do is I'm going to squeeze my inner thighs, and I'm gonna press up, but I'm gonna push down with the dumbbells so there's no movement. Ready? And start to squeeze and press into the dumbbells with the knees and push down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, see if you get a little deeper. And again, press up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. See if you get a little deeper into the position. And press up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. 2 more. Here we go. And press up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. And last one. Press up and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. And slowly come out of that position. Well done. Nice. Good. Straighten those legs out a little bit. I'm going to move these dumbbells away and pull the mat out. And we're going to go to the foam blocks. We're going to do equal and opposite. We're going to do open butterfly position. So for this one here, you can use blocks or really any implement. We're going to lay flat on our back, and I'm going to have my legs in a diamond position, feet on the ground. Now, the blocks I'm going to place underneath my thighs. I want to keep a neutral spine position, and I'm trying not to press my feet into the ground. In fact, a progression would be to lift the feet up off the ground, okay? So what I'm going to do is, and you can practice this without the blocks, is I'm gonna keep the feet light, and I'm just gonna reach. I'm gonna use my outer hips to pull my hips down towards the ground. But check this out. I'm gonna place the blocks. Now I'm trying to smash the blocks, and by doing so, I can actually lift my glutes off the ground a little bit, okay? Common mistakes would be to press into the ground just to lift the hips, or to arch the spine to try and get the hips off the ground. I'm not doing either of those things. Okay, so place the blocks strategically, and from here, a little bit of tension in the abdominals, and I'm gonna press down and try and lift and squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you go really hard, you can get some nice cramping going on outside of the hips and the glutes. Ready? Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. And press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, press hard, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Get spicy. Let's go back to the wall. One more of each. Oh, almost lost that. One more each of the loaded butterfly, open butterfly. Mat against the wall. And when I sit, I want to try and get my tailbone right into the corner of the wall and my spine nice and tall against the wall. Okay? And then again, the progression here would be to bring the heels in a little bit closer this way. Okay? And I do, if I can, I want to find a position where my heels are close enough that it does pull my knees off the ground. Now I'm going to add the weights, and we're just going to relax and see if the weights pull us into a deeper position. Okay? And breathe. Obviously, progressions like we mentioned, you can place a block under the hips and a block under the feet, so now you're in an overstretched position, and you're not contacting the ground, so the ground isn't the limiting factor. You can also add more weight, but trust me on this one, slow, progressive, and you can always just press down with the hands a little bit more if you need a little bit more resistance, but this is one that you gradually want to work up to over time so that you can increase the capacity of the adductors slowly and safely. Ready? Deep breath. Long exhale. And start to press up into the dumbbells and resist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Ready? And press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Dumbbells off to the side. Let's bring the mat out again. Grab your foam blocks. If you want, you can try and place them a little further out away, closer to the ends of the knees, or pull the heels in a little bit more. And again, try and make the feet very light. We're going to press into the blocks and see if we can lift. Some might not be able to lift. It might just be an isometric contraction, and that's fine too. Ready? And press and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we got one last movement. We're gonna grab our dumbbell. You can go, I'm gonna add a little bit of weight. You can go no weight, just body weight is fine. I'm gonna grab the dumbbell, okay? I'm gonna hold it in this position, and we're gonna go horse stance. In general, when we do horse stance, we like to measure. We'll call this first one a 3-point horse stance, and then as you develop more mobility, we can go 4, 5, and wider. But let's start here, where we kick the heels out, then the toes, then the heels, then the toes, slightly pointed out, anterior pelvic tilt, and I'm gonna squat down, squeezing the glutes, pulling the knees apart, and we hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reset, and squat down, and pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reset, squat down, pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. And again, last 2, good. Dump that pelvis forward, push forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the last one, squat down. Good. Squeeze right here. Knees go out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Hips are spicy. Listen, if tight adductors are the issue and you want to improve your squat pattern or just create strong, resilient adductors, give that follow along a try, and don't forget to like and follow and subscribe and do all the things if you want more routines like this. I appreciate you.